Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit.
Episode 6, baby. Arizona Wildcats, Tucson, Arizona. Rich Rod, a.k.a. Captain Lovell from Apollo 13, the way he gets niggas in space. Yes, Rich Rod, Rich Lovell, the way he gets niggas in space. Yeah, I said it. One of my favorite coaches, Arizona, what they do real well, they're the run, pass, read kings. They've got a quarterback who can handle what they do. He obviously, we know about Rich Rod, was at West Virginia and then Michigan. I feel like if he would have stayed at Michigan, they would have never had that big decline. He had just got shoelace ready to go right when he got fired. He was just waiting for the right quarterback, and he has it now in Anu Solomon, but he doesn't really need much. There's a little bit on their plate, a fair amount, but you really got to be able to make the run pass reads quick. And what they've done is, as you can see here, I'm going to start with some of the run pass shit they do, but this is no different than what a lot of teams do. This is out of trips. They're going to run the run option with the bubble up top. As you can see, I believe this is Arizona State. They kept it spread. That walkout guy played to the bubble. Actually, they ran an option to the bottom here. So they've got a lot of different options going on. But what really separates Arizona from the rest of the teams that run the run pass option is that they do it with way more pass concepts outside. They get real comfortable doing it, and it's a read option, keep pass option. So the difference is, if you look at like what Baylor and some of these other teams do, they're running more of, as you can see here, they fake the give. The quarterback gets on his feet and he can still pass the ball. So it's almost like a triple option with a pass concept outside. A lot of the teams that run this is still out of the trips, the bubble read action. But what a lot of teams do, as we've seen in this series, this is episode 6, so we've seen 4 or 5, actually probably 4 teams that do similar things. But they'll actually run, it's a hard run fake without the read option. So it's like a double option. You've got the option to give, but you're reading one walkout player. It's a hard handoff or a hard throw. Pause. But Arizona, they run the triple option, which is what Georgia Tech runs. So there are a lot of similarities if you look at a lot of the different offenses that are out there between Rich Lovell, Spice Captain Paulo Johnson. But yeah, this is where I really want to. This is where it gets interesting. I'm going to spend a lot of time only breaking down what they do well and what they do best. Their run pass 2x2 options, they have 4 concepts that they run out of these. Most teams only have 2. So this is going to be the switch concept, which I feel is their most effective triple option run pass read. And I really feel like the defense does not have a chance to be right. Let's break this down. So as you can see, they're 2x2 at a gun. They're going to run a read option. You're going to get a crash player. After the crash player comes, as you see outside, they're running a run and shoot switch concept. So if this were a keep, the quarterback has the freedom to keep the football and actually with his feet be the second option, and then the third option will be the switch concept. So you're going to have a slant, post, dig concept out wide with the outside wheel, turn around on the outside based on what the defense does. A lot of times on the switch concept, those outside wheel guys will hook up if they're getting soft coverage, and the inside guys will come inside, pause. So what you will see is when they do this, they did this a lot against USC. This is against Boise where they actually had the give here. This is another one against Boise, but you get the idea. So that guy that's crashing down at the bottom, this actually may be a give option. Actually, it is a read triple. So what they had the option to do, as you can see down wide, they're running the switch concept. Up top, they're running the switch concept. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense. I feel like that is their best run pass triple option play. This is Can you imagine as a defensive coordinator, you got to worry about the read option and then a pass concept after that? The DBs are completely removed out of the run game, and if for some reason you load the box, they can still run play action and throw over your head. This is what they run a lot, which is the Ohio concept. They're really going to run the read option, and the triple comes with the quarterback's feet to the slot out and the outside clear out. So it's extremely it's tough to stop. I mean, the out what makes it a little bit worse is that they're finally getting some dynamic athletes out wide. They've got Samaji Grant, Ken Griffey's son, and they had an I don't know what happened to Devontae Neal. I think the third guy they have is Caleb Jones. I think he's still back around for another year, transfer out of Texas. But as you can see, the defense really can't be right because you've got the read option. Quarterback keeps. That's the normal read option. He's still got the ability to throw the Ohio concept outside. A lot of these plays are going to be gives because I think a lot of teams end up just giving them that look. And this is what a lot of teams run anyway, the bubble, read, look. But the difference is, once again, they're running the read option instead of the give double option. They're running the triple with the true read. You got the give quarterback keep to the bubble outside, and that makes it real tough. DN crashes down. They give the ball here. So I feel like as far as run pass reads go, they are a step ahead of everybody else. And this is one play that you could probably run any one of these four concepts all game, and the defense just could not be right all game. I did see against Arizona State they had a hard time blocking the front. They did do a lot of trips, overlooks. They did a lot more of the flex wing looks, and they do a good amount of the flex wing looks. In general, they run a lot of lead option, but when that fullback flex H-back is in the backfield, you kind of have the ability. I've seen them run stretch. I've seen them run power. I've seen them run an inside zone split. I've seen them run a lead option. Now, the inside zone split and the lead option look exactly the same. The beauty of it is the play action off of it is very pro style. So when that flex or wingback crosses over the formation to lead or run the split, you still have the play action and he can go to the flat. But this is the bubble triple option look that they run here. The third one would be just a basic concept that you see a lot of teams running. It sounds very basic, it sounds very simple, but it's really hard to stop. What you're going to run is the read option, and the quarterback has the option to keep it and still throw the ball outside to a hitch with the clear out inside. Now, the clear out inside is not, obviously clearing out. What he's basically trying to do is release inside that walkout player to hold him so that on that soft corner outside, whether it's 3-4, whatever it is, you can still throw that hitch outside. This is pretty effective because you still could, I guess, throw that inside seam, but it's really not what they're trying to throw. But once again, let's just get back on focus to what really makes this tough is the fact that you still have the read option fake, first option, keep second option, rolling out to throw on the third option. So your corners and safeties can never get involved in the run game. You've already eliminated a hat with the read option fake if you kept it. If you gave it, you eliminated a hat. You're really playing 11 against 10, and half the time you're playing 11 against 10 with the outside or the defensive secondary not involved in the run game at all. They don't throw vertical like Baylor. They play it pretty safe. They are kind of a run-first team. They have killed teams historically in the run game, always pretty close to the tops in the nation in running. So this is what Arizona does well. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next week. I'm out.